Someone in your life is making a very important decision about you right now. Pay close attention, because what I'm about to describe may be happening silently in their mind at this very moment. And you might not even realize it. There is someone who has been thinking about you far more intensely than they admit to themselves. You may feel disconnected from them or sense distance and confusion between you. On the surface, everything might seem quiet or unclear. What you don't see is that this person is standing at a major emotional crossroads, one of the most significant moments of their life. The choice they are facing is not trivial. It is not something they are deciding lightly or without thought. This is a deep decision about you, not just about your messages, your memories, or your presence, but about who you are as a soul and the impact you have in their world. You entered their life with meaning and weight. They are looking inward, asking themselves whether they should move closer or step away. They are weighing whether to choose you or remain in the comfort of their fears. They're questioning whether to hold on tightly or let go. This is not a decision that can be rushed or ignored. You are not a minor detail in their story. You are a chapter they cannot finish without. It's confronting who they truly are. Right now, they are fighting a silent internal battle. Outwardly, they may appear completely normal. They might go to work, meet friends, or smile as if nothing is wrong. They may even act like they do not care. But inside, their mind is consumed with thoughts of you. Late at night, or in the quiet moments early in the morning, they ask themselves serious questions. They wonder if choosing you will change the course of their life. They fear that if they do nothing, they might lose you forever. And they also worry that if they act, they could fail again. Many people misunderstand silence. Silence does not mean absence of feeling. Often, it is a sign of fear. Some people hide their emotions because they are terrified of losing control of themselves or their hearts. Some people hold back from pursuing love because they have never truly felt safe in it. Their hesitation is not a reflection of indifference toward you, but of the fear that caring deeply feels risky. There's a well-known idea that your real growth lies where your fear exists. You represent that challenge for this person. Can no longer ignore it. Their heart is drawn to you, reminds them of how it felt to be truly seen and understood by you. They remember the calm you brought in a world that often moves too fast. Their heart recalls who they were when you were present, yet their mind resists those feelings. Old pain and past mistakes resurface, warning them to be cautious and to avoid getting hurt again. Their mind questions whether they are strong enough, worthy enough, or ready for this. Right now, they are living in the tension between hope and the need for safety, and you are at the center of that struggle. Not every person leaves a lasting impression. Many come and go as distractions or brief lessons. But with you, it went deeper. You didn't just attract them, you changed something inside them. You reached their deepest emotions without attacking them. You pushed them beyond their comfort zone without being harsh. You revealed parts of themselves they had avoided. You awakened both desire and fear simultaneously. That is why the decision feels so weighty. Choosing you requires growth, and growth always challenges the ego. There's a saying that the greatest achievement is becoming who you truly are. Quietly, you invited them to take that path. Even if they couldn't articulate it, they felt it. Around you, they were more real, more honest. Connections like this do not simply fade because conversation stops. That is why they haven't forgotten you, why your name still evokes a profound response in them. You were not just a passing presence, you were meaning, comfort, and direction. When someone encounters that depth of significance, they are forced to confront themselves. There is a deep truth. Act. Until hidden thoughts are brought to consciousness, they silently guide your life, and we call it fate. This person now stands at the edge of that truth. They understand that inaction is still a choice. Staying silent too long could cost them you. Someone else might recognize your value and step in, but they once waited to appreciate may not last forever. At the same time, fear lingers. Its past experiences still echo in their mind. Their hesitation is not always about you. It is often about the ghosts of what came before. They may also harbor a quiet fear they cannot voice. The fear that they are not enough for you. Deep love can make even the strongest people feel insecure. When someone has something truly valuable at stake, self-doubt naturally arises. They question whether they can be the person this connection truly needs. This decision is developing quietly, almost invisibly. While they recognize how important your energy is, the way you carry yourself and honor your own boundaries right now also matters. Sometimes, the exact moment someone finally decides to choose you is the moment you stop waiting for them to act. What you resist will linger, but what you accept can transform you. The most powerful change occurs when you stop putting your life on hold for someone else's confusion. This is where your true strength begins. While they may feel stuck, cycling through the same thoughts, something inside them is already shifting. Awareness changes everything. You cannot unsee what you have realized. They replay moments with you in their mind, remembering how you listened, how you gave them space without demands. These memories surface unexpectedly, each time reinforcing that this connection was never accidental. They are beginning to recognize that you embody emotional honesty and depth. You act as a mirror, reflecting who they are and who they could become. Mirrors can feel uncomfortable to those not ready to confront their own soul. That is why they vacillate, one moment wanting courage to reach out, the next retreating because distance feels safer. They may hope time will resolve everything, but time cannot erase a connection like this. It only clarifies it. They notice how empty life feels without you. You have changed their inner world, and that change is permanent. Now they are also considering responsibility. They ask themselves if they can show up for you consistently, remain emotionally present, and protect this bond instead of letting fear sabotage it. These are serious questions that require maturity. Choosing you demands full commitment, no half measures, no ambiguity. They understand that you do not settle for uncertainty. They understand that you are not here for games or endless waiting. Choosing you means committing to integrity. This is where most people hesitate because they truly care. They realize that to be fully present in your life, they must evolve. Evolution requires accountability. Growth always carries some discomfort, and they are standing right at that threshold. They can sense that you are changing too. Even in silence, your energy has shifted. You are no longer chasing or explaining yourself. You are grounded, focused on your own path, and this unsettles them. When you stop pursuing, they lose their sense of control. When you stop waiting, the reality becomes clear. They see that your worth does not pause for their indecision. Creates urgency. They imagine you moving on or being with someone else, and that thought awakens the depth of their attachment. Fear of rejection and failure rises, along with the worry of reopening old wounds. Sometimes people freeze, thinking, stillness is neutral, but it is a form of avoidance. Even in avoidance, a choice is being made. Each day they do not act courageously. They feel the cost, quiet regret, and the awareness that something important is slipping away. Distractions cannot replace what you represent. Silence does not bring peace. It only delays reckoning. They are learning that safety without depth is empty. The question is no longer whether they feel something for you, but whether they are brave enough to honor it. Your role is to stay aligned with your truth. You do not need to convince them. Your power lies in choosing your own growth. Whether they step forward now or later, the essential work is happening inside you. By choosing yourself, you stop debating your worth. They either rise to meet you, or they step aside. Both outcomes foster your growth. Those willing to look within themselves are the ones who awaken. The tension deepens because this is now about who they are as a person. Choosing you means embracing a new way of being and accepting a higher standard. That can feel intimidating. Some people are comfortable wanting someone from a distance, yet the reality of a true relationship scares them. When a connection is as strong as yours, it requires something genuine at this stage. They might make excuses about timing or even sabotage things, acting as if they are being rational when really they are afraid. The truth is, they fear failing at something that truly matters. You touch their core. They begin to question whether they can be what you need. Can they remain consistent and reliable? Choosing you means they can no longer hide. They must be fully seen and fully accountable for their actions. For someone who has always protected themselves, this level of exposure can be terrifying. Yet they also notice your strength. They see that you are not falling apart without them. You are not pleading for their attention. You are living fully in your own value, and that makes you undeniable. They remember how they felt when they were with you and compare everyone else to that standard. Authenticity leaves a lasting mark. They realize that avoiding the connection does not erase the feeling, the thought of you, Mo. Clarity begins to form as you reflect back the patterns of their avoidance. You are not obligated to wait in uncertainty. Your responsibility is to create a life that feels whole and fulfilling to you. When they sense they might lose access to you because you are evolving, their decision becomes more immediate. They recognize that you are no longer available for games. They must choose. Step forward with real intention or step back and let it go. There is no middle ground that endures. Destiny responds to this. Connections meant to grow will push through. Fear, while connections meant to teach, will fade once we stop evolving. Right now, the energy is building, and soon, a shift will manifest a message, a choice, a movement in the real world. Until that moment, stay grounded in your worth. When you stop negotiating your value, the world stops negotiating with you. The pressure is now on them. Their indecision drains them as they realize they must confront their own darkness to reach the light. You have become a mirror, showing them themselves clearly. They are questioning whether they are living in fear or living in truth. They sense you are no longer waiting, and that urgency accelerates their awareness. To have you, they must be real. This is the moment where they either find courage or remain where they are. Either way, the truth emerges. You are reclaiming your peace. Love is not earned. It is allowed when you are aligned with yourself. When you stop shrinking for others, everything becomes clear. The outcome is arriving. If they step forward, it will be with genuine purpose. If they step away, it will reflect their limit. Both paths reveal the truth. You are no longer suspended. In doubt, you are grounded in yourself. Silence is no longer neutral. It is a final answer. Love exists in alignment. If someone is truly for you, no fear can stop them. If they do not choose you, it simply shows you the direction forward. The most important decision was always the one you made about yourself. Welcome to Psych Lens. If this resonated with you, comment the word clarity. Music, it shows you are choosing respect over confusion. Subscribe for more insights. And share this with someone who needs to hear it today, as the energy between you two peaks. A new phase begins, music, where the weight of the past starts, losing its grip on the present. This person is entering a stage of deep reflection, comparing the safety of their current life with the vibrant possibilities of a life with you. They are realizing that the walls they built to protect themselves are the same walls keeping them lonely. The silence they once used as a shield now acts as a mirror, music, reflecting their deepest needs back at them. Each day they remain hidden is a day they miss the chance to be truly understood. This is the moment when their internal struggle begins turning into external awareness. They observe how you navigate the world with purpose and self-respect, and it acts as a magnetic pull. It is no longer about questioning if you are right for them. They already know you are. Now it's about whether they are ready to be right for you. They are asking themselves if they have the strength to release the old versions of themselves, defined by hurt and self-protection. They see that you have already done the work to heal and grow, music, and they feel a strong urge to catch up, not out of competition, but to align with your frequency so they don't remain stuck in the old patterns. They are outgrowing their past. During this shift, you may notice subtle signs of their presence, returning brief check-ins, small interactions, or a sudden change in how they engage with you. These are not random. They're tests to see if they can handle the intensity of the connection again. They are testing the waters of vulnerability, gauging if it is safe to dive in. Your role is to remain grounded in your own power and peace. You do not need to reach out to steady them or bridge the gap. That gap belongs to them, and the only way they will cross it is by realizing that you are a destination worth the journey. This stage marks the final collapse of the ego. They are coming to terms with the fact that love cannot be controlled and requires a leap of faith. They are moving from a state of overthinking to a state music of truly being. They are realizing that no amount of logic can resolve matters of the soul. The choice is being made in the quietest corners of their heart. Soon, the internal tension will grow too strong to contain music, and the silence will have to end. Whether this leads to a new beginning together, or a final understanding of why things had to change, you are standing at the threshold of a major breakthrough. You are ready because you have already chosen yourself. The universe is simply aligning with the decision you have made to be whole. As the energy music between you reaches its peak, a new phase begins, one where the weight of the past gradually loses its influence over the present. This person is now entering a period of deep reflection, weighing the safety of their current life against the vibrant possibilities of a life with you. They are beginning to see that the walls they built music to protect themselves are the same walls that have kept them lonely. The silence they once used as a shield now acts as a mirror, reflecting their deepest needs back at them. They are realizing that every day they remain hidden is a day they miss the chance to be truly understood. This is the moment when their inner struggle starts transforming into external awareness. They observe the way you move through the world with purpose and self-respect music, and it acts as a magnetic pull. It is no longer about deciding if you are right for them, they already know you are. Now the question is whether they are ready to be right for you. They are asking themselves if they have the strength to release the old versions of themselves shaped by hurt and self-protection. They see that you have already done the work to heal and grow music, and they feel a strong urge to catch up, not out of competition, but from a desire to align with your frequency, so they don't remain stuck in the old world they are outgrowing. As this shift unfolds, you may notice subtle signs of their presence returning to your space music. It could be a quiet interaction, a brief check-in, or a noticeable change in how they carry themselves around you music. These moments are not random. They are tests they are giving themselves to see if they can handle the intensity of the connection again. They are cautiously testing the waters of vulnerability, trying to determine if it is safe to fully engage. Your role during this period is to remain grounded in your own power and peace. You do not need to reach out to guide them or bridge the gap music. That gap is theirs to cross. The only way they will find the courage to do it music is by recognizing that you are a destination worth the journey. This stage of the journey is about the final collapse of the ego. They are coming to terms with the reality that they cannot control the outcome, and that love requires a leap of faith. They are shifting from a state of thinking music to a state of being. They are realizing that no amount of logic can resolve a matter of the soul music. The decision is forming quietly in the deepest parts of their heart music. Soon the pressure inside will grow too strong to contain, and the silence will have to break. Whether this leads to a new beginning together or a final understanding of why things had to change, you are on the edge of a major breakthrough. You are ready music because you have already chosen yourself. The universe is simply aligning with the decision you have already made to be whole. As the tension builds, this person moves beyond just thinking and begins to feel the consequences of their hesitation music. They are starting to see that the space between you is no longer a safety zone, but a void that threatens the potential of what could have been. Looking at their life, they notice that while everything may appear stable, it feels stagnant. Colors seem duller. In conversations with others, music lack the depth they once experienced with you. They are experiencing a psychological effect where the more they try music to push thoughts of you aside, the more central you become in their daily life music. You have become the person they want to share their victories with, and the one they instinctively turn to during challenges. This awareness is guiding them toward complete honesty with themselves. They are recognizing that their pride was only a cover for their insecurities, and that in trying to shield their heart, they have actually left it starved music. This is a lonely period for them, caught between who they were and who they must become to reach you. They are reevaluating past relationships, seeing clearly why those connections failed. It wasn't simply bad luck or timing. It was their own fear of being truly seen music. You are the first person who made being seen feel safe, turning it from a threat into a possibility. That is why walking away is no longer an option. Soon, you will witness the results of this internal work. When they finally break the silence, it won't be with trivial talk or excuses. It will come with a weight and sincerity music that was missing before. They are preparing to show you more than words. They are preparing to offer a healed version of themselves, one ready to stay. They understand that your growth and self-worth music means they cannot approach you with old habits. They are waiting for the moment when courage surpasses fear, and that moment is closer than it feels. You can sense it in the shifting energy around you. The ultimate truth of this journey music is that the distance was necessary for both of you. It allowed you to find your own strength.